So in this video I'm going to try and outline the process of capturing a guitar tone that you would use typically in a VST or a plugin in your DAW of choice, and how we can capture that within the Tonex software and then import that onto the pedal and upload to Tonex so you can use live or rehearsal or even for recording in your DAW. For this demonstration I'm using Reaper on Windows 10. Now, a prerequisite for how I'm demonstrating this today is you will need the reroute option installed on Reaper. Now, this doesn't come as standard, but you can reinstall whatever version of Reaper you're running and add that to the installation pack, and that will not affect your current installation of Reaper, so you won't lose anything you've done or anything like that. It just adds the reroute to your existing installation. So for this tone capture I'm going to go high gain, traditional type metal chugging. So what I've done to start with is I've captured a DI signal using my AXIO1 interface. You can use whatever interface you choose, just a straight DI, and I'm using STL Tones as the VST on top of that to get a tone that I'm happy with. And then I'm going to capture that through Tonex. So here's a sound that I'm happy with, that I want to capture. I'll just press play on the recording just to show you an idea of what I want the eventual outcome to be like. So if I go to the effects on the track, it's an angle Powerball into a 4x12 and a 2x12 split. No effects on the plugin, just pretty much straight up. First thing to do is change the input to reroute 3. This will send the signal back through Tonex, and then the second thing to do is change the hardware output to be reroute /1 and 2. That should not change your ability to listen back to the track. So if you go to the modeler on Tonex now and click next on the first page, we're doing guitar and amp and cab, so we'll go through that selection. And then the next screen you need to select the ASIO reroute option. Now the thing I do here is, you might get this error, now it's worth showing. The best thing to do if you get that is actually play the track back in Reaper so it almost opens the audio device. And then from there you'll need to select the output configuration. So I usually go the bottom line first, left to right, Reaper client 1, 2 and 3. Notice 3 matches what we set on the track in Reaper earlier. And then on the top line, same again, Reaper 1, Reaper 2 and Reaper 3, and that should complete the loop for the configuration of capturing. Now this screen I simply click next, we don't need to hear anything back, same again. Now this is the one where we'll play back one of the pre-recorded kind of guitar and bass lines that are already based in Tonex. Now here, you might not hear anything back. You need to make sure that your track in Reaper is armed for recording and the monitoring is switched on. If the level is too low in Tonex, just simply raise the gain on the Reaper channel. Press capture. I'll speed this up now. This usually takes around 6 or 7 minutes. Okay, now the capture is complete. Be careful not to press capture again. Press next. There's 3 modes here, fast, default and advanced. I typically go with default. It takes around 15 minutes on my machine. and then press start default training. This typically takes around, yeah, about 15 minutes. I'll speed this up. Okay, we're nearing the end of the AI training, and now the tone model is captured. This just goes through the next step where you can listen back to the real rig that you captured from Reaper or the tone model. You can skip this or in turn listen and identify if there's any issues with the capture. I usually just press next here, as I've found them to be very reliable in the default setting. So I go back to STL Tones to get the make and model of the amp. It's an Engel Powerball. If you search for what you've been using, you get the actual proper description rather than just the STL Tone version name. Find a skin that's suitable or one that you like the look of. Some very standard looking ones, some classic Marshalls, orange, some it looks like Soldano, Trace Elliott, and then you just enter the tone name. Some details around the amp name, the amp channel, the cab, microphones used in the emulation process from STL Tones, and then this will be captured when you upload to ToneNet for other people to download. Quick review of the actual cabinets used on this tone capture. I've used a split of two here, a 4x12 and a 2x12, kind of 50-50. Have to be short and sweet with the names here. The cabs can be turned on and off post capture if you download them from ToneNet. Save that now, you'll see in your preset library, and from there you can upload to ToneNet. Select a suitable demo so people can actually listen to it before they download it if they're happy with what they're listening to. If you've got any tips, questions, or improvements, just hit me up in the comments. Thanks for watching.